Hi, my name is Chase Wilson. I'm a civil rights attorney here at Hearst Lamontes. Today we're going to look at some disturbing video footage we saw of Tyreek Hill getting arrested. What we're going to be looking at is the interaction between Tyreek Hill and the police, and then we're going to be looking more specifically at whether his constitutional rights were violated. Under 42 U.S. 1983, you can bring a case for a violation of your constitutional rights. In a case where you're alleging excessive force, you're looking at a violation of the Fourth Amendment to be free from illegal searches and seizures, which also includes the right to be free from the use of excessive force. Prior to the clip we're using here, you can look at other body cam footage and you do see Tyreek Hill speed past the cops. It's clear that he's speeding. At that point, one of the officers gets off his bike after stopping Tyreek. They've informed him that he's being pulled over for speeding, and one of the officers taps on his window, and when the window gets rolled down, Tyreek Hill can be seen saying, "Why don't you have your seatbelt on?" Mr. Hill then gives his ID to the cop, which is what he asked for, and says, "Okay, write me a ticket, I'm going to be late," and rolls his window back up. The cop doesn't like that he's rolled up his window, and most cops don't. That cop can no longer see what is happening inside that vehicle, so he knocks on the window again, and Tyreek eventually rolls the window down a little bit, and the cop says, keep your window down, or I'm going to pull you out of the car." At that point, Tyreek doesn't roll the window back up. He doesn't move it any further down, and the cop says, "You know what? Never mind. Get out of the car." Tyreek Hill at that point isn't doing anything wrong. He's listened to the lawful order of the cop to roll the window back down. He's kept it down. The officer decides he's going to take him out of the car anyway. Instead of allowing Tyreek to get out of the car, which officers are required to do, they can't order you to do something and instantaneously expect that you're going to do that. They immediately grab him, pull him, throw him to the ground. Somebody puts a knee in his back and they handcuff him. That's probably unnecessary. The video gets worse though. Tyreek is then allowed to stand up. They get him to his feet, walk him over to a curb, and then for some reason want him to sit down, but again expect him to do that immediately. They don't give him any time to sit down, and he's trying to explain, "I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee, bro." Which it's well documented. Tyreek Hill does have a knee injury. It's probably hard for him to get up and down. He wants to make sure he's protecting his knee. Another officer, which is probably the worst part of the entire video from an excess force standpoint for the police officers, another officer comes up behind Tyreek and places his hand under his neck. There was absolutely no need to put your hand on somebody's neck when they are handcuffed, and the only thing you're alleging they're doing is not sitting down fast enough. That force is absolutely excessive, and the cop in this situation is, I would say, very lucky that Tyreek didn't hurt his knee. He is a multi-million-dollar athlete. I think he's signed a $30 million plus a year contract. If he were to injure that knee and not be able to play, that's a claimable damage. These officers failed to give Tyreek Hill time to do anything. Instead of trying to de-escalate the situation, actually seem to have escalated themselves. My opinion on all of that is that the force was excessive, the cops failed to de-escalate the situation, and they actually escalated it when it was unnecessary.